Hey, hello guys, welcome to Cloud Learning channel. So I hope everybody is doing good. So today in this class we will talk about top 50 Linux command which a normal user should know. Okay, if you are new to cloud computing or new to Linux, right? These commands are very useful, and these commands normally we use practically when we are working in any organization. Okay, so today we'll talk about these commands, and just watch the full video so that you can grab all the important things, because along with these commands I'm going to tell you some important regular useful things related to these commands. Okay, so let's start. I have quickly created one Linux server, so I assume that you already have the Linux server. If you don't have, you can refer my video which is available into this playlist, and you can create a Linux server into AWS account or in some other box. Okay, so let's start. And one request, if you haven't subscribed the channel yet and you new to this channel, you can please subscribe this channel and share this video with your friends if you like this. Okay, so first command is ls. Ls is basically used to view the content of the files. Okay, so we'll try to discuss those things log. So you can say like ls. Okay, and to see it in detail, like I gone to the root directory by using cd command. We'll discuss in command section further, but cd and slash is the root directory, like C drive in Windows. So here it is called slash, and here I can see the uh, whatever the directories are available. Okay, if I need to see in details, normally we used to run it with lrth switch, which will show all the file details. Okay, so like now if you can see that ls-lrth, whatever the files are available I can see. Okay, now there is some important information about this, like if something is a directory, you can see that it will show the directory d link before that. Okay, if something is link, it can show link. Okay, if nothing is there, that means it is a file. Okay, uh, I can create a file for you just to show that. Touch test.txt. Okay, sudo ls minus lrth. Okay, so if you see that this file is not having anything, so that means it is a file. Okay, directory visible by d link you can recognize with l option. Okay, who is the owner of this file and who is the group owner, that can also be visible from here. Whatever the date is available, whatever the time. So lrth is normally very useful option. If you want to see the hidden files also, so you can see ls minus lrtha. Okay, along with this option. Okay, now if you want to know like what are these options actually do in details. Okay, so what you can do, you can take help ls hyphen help. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so if you go for this, you can see all the option, like what t does, what l do, whatever, like use a long listing format, right? H used to do the presentation of your size into a particular format, right? Like human readable format. So if you see the output, it is coming into a particular size. Okay, suppose it is okay now 2.76k. Okay, 8k, 8kb. If something is in megabytes, it will come into like that it will show MB. Okay, so all the information will be available via help option. So wherever you stuck, you can just take the help. Okay, command and type dash dash help, and you will find man is also there. Okay, so with man also you can do. Okay, so here you can go. Okay, now next command is pwd. Pwd basically used to show you the current path, so it will show like in which directory you are. Now the next command is pwd. Pw is path of the current working directory. So wherever you are, right, it will show that what is your current directory. cd is your like cd, and you can move to next directory. Okay, you can specify which directory you want to move. Okay, there are two paths you can give. Like suppose you are into a particular folder, like you want to go to test folder. Okay, there is a test directory, you can go there. Okay, this is called relative path. And if you want to move to some exact path, so you can give the exact path like that, slash like C drive, then whatever the folder name. Okay, mkdir is for making a new directory. When you want to create a new directory, run the command mkdir and create the directory. Simple. Okay, this is asking permission, so you can use sudo before that. Okay, so it got created, right? Now if you want to C drive or test drive, you can go there. Okay, now what else? mv command is used for moving the files. Okay, suppose you want to move any file or you want to rename any file, you can use move command, mv command. Copy. Okay, so copy source and destination. Syntax would be copy source and destination path. Okay, so which file you want to copy and at which location you want to copy. rm file name, right? So if you want to delete any file, you can use rm. mv, there is one beauty. Okay, suppose there is a file abc.test or abc.txt and you want to rename it, so you just can rename it like xyz.txt. Okay, so it will not move the file. You just put the command at the same location. What it will do, it will just rename this file from abc.txt to xy.txt. So we normally use a lot this. What next? Touch command. Okay, if you want to create a file, what you can do, touch and file name, all in small. Okay, touch file name 1, file name 2, file name 3. Okay, multiple files you can create at one go. Okay, and another thing is that it create empty file. Like if you use vi command, okay, vi is another editor command, you can use that, but the issue is that it will open the file and then you need to save it, right? Or you need to type it. vi is basically to edit the file, but if you just need to create the file, okay, we use touch command. This is very helpful. Okay, it use a lot. rmdir, suppose you want to delete a directory. Okay, so directory rmdir and directory name. Okay, suppose you are getting access related issues like permission denied, so you can use in AWS, you should need to use sudo behind that, or you can become a root user by doing sudo -i. Okay, now you become root user. So this way also it work. Let me just update my system. Okay, so it is getting updated now. So this is yum update. If you want to update your system, you will use yum update. Now cat is very useful command. Cat, if you want to see the content of a test file. Okay, so suppose abd.txt, you want to see the what is written into this file, you can use cat command. Okay, let me change it to like this and move it to like this. Sorry. Okay, make more sense now. Okay. Showing how you can use it. Okay. pwd cd directory name. Okay. mkdir. Okay. All letters will be, all commands are in small letters. This is another important thing, right? There is no command in capital letter. All commands into small. Okay. Now clear. So suppose lot of things are there. Okay. Now it is running, so I can't show, but suppose lot of things are there and you want to clear your screen, you can just run clear command. Echo. Echo is used basically to show the text. Okay, suppose whatever is writing there, this is a test file. Okay, or something you want to print. Okay, so on the screen, so you can use echo command, and once you do this, it will give the output like this is a test file into your Linux server itself. Okay, so this is also very useful. Then less, if you want to see the content of the file, right, you can use cat, then file name. Okay, or you can use more command. Okay, what happened, because if you do cat and if it is a long file, okay, so what happened, all the content will go, right? So you can use less switch with that, and it will show the file content easily. Okay, so it will show page by page file content. Okay, so that will be helpful. Man, I shown you, right, like man and whatever the command you want to take help. Okay, suppose you want to take help about ls, you can use this one. Sudo, right, sudo -i, sudo -i, right, you can take the administrative access or root permission. Okay, then you can perform any task. Top, it will show the top content, right, top 10 lines. Oh sorry, it will show the task manager in terminal. Okay, like in Windows you used to see the task manager, right? So you can see basically like whatever the load in your server. Okay, so once it will do, I will get updated, the system get updated, I will show you those commands. Top one. Okay, then tar is used to make a file into zip file. Okay, you can take help like tar help, as I told. So you can see the syntax. Normally it is like tar -x z vf. Okay, this switch we use, and then the file name. Okay, if you want to convert a file into zip file. Okay, so we can use tar command. Grep is very useful. Like grep is like if you are seeing a content like cat abc.txt and you want to find something. Okay, so you can use grep, and suppose you are looking a word that what the word example you can see, like you are looking for failure. Okay, or success. Okay, so you want to grab the success word from this file. Okay, it is possible, right? So you can use grab command. Head, view first lines of any text file. Okay, head file name, it will show the top 10 lines. Okay, tail, it will show the bottom lines. Okay, difference, if you want to see the content difference. Okay, 2 files. Kill, you are running a command, right? You are running multiple tasks, and suppose one task got hung. Okay, so suppose you want to run a particular unresponsive program, okay, you can kill that task by using PID. So you can use that kill command. Okay, now jobs, whatever the jobs are running, okay, and what is the status, it will show that. Okay, sort, when you want to sort the lines of a text file, okay, suppose something is written and you want to sort the content, you can do that. DF, DF is useful, like you want to see the disk space, okay, so normally we use df hyphen kh, okay, so to see how much disk space is available in your server. Okay, du, how to check how much space a file or directory takes. Okay, zip, to compress the file. Unzip, to unzip any file. Okay, so if you want to do that, unzip and file name, simple. Okay, SSH, you want to connect to a server. Okay, sometime it happens that you want to connect to different servers. Okay, so SSH is a port basically which is used, right? SSH, then username at server IP address. Okay, like this you can connect. Okay, calendar, to see the calendar. Okay, apt, okay, apt is to install any software, right? Apt is basically to install any software, but it is for Ubuntu. Apt is for Ubuntu. Apt is for installation of a software in Ubuntu. Okay, if you are having Red Hat, it is yum. Okay, so like if you want to install Apache, so you will say apt install Apache 2. Okay, if you want to install Apache in Red Hat, you will say yum install stdpd. Okay, as mentioned in the software. Okay, okay, df, as I told, it will show the space, whatever the space is available. So like if you can see that your disk is taking 25% space. Okay, so root disk is basically using 25% space and the rest space is available. Okay, this much is available. If you see df-kh, it would be more readable, right? So now I can see that my total disk primary partition is 10 GB and 2.5 gig is used and 7.6 is in available. Okay, alias, if you want to set up some alias, okay, to for a command, you can set up the alias. Okay, w, it will show like who are you. Okay, suppose I want to see who I am. Okay, so I can see my details. Okay, whereas is used to locate any file. If you want to locate some file, you can use where is and then the file name. Okay, anytime you're stuck, you can take the help. What is, you want to see like, okay, this command is what about this. Okay, what is, and you say what is vi. Okay, so it will show that, okay, vi is basically a program text editor, right? So now you can know about the software. Okay, what is ls, sorry, what is ls? So ls used to do the list directory. Okay, so now you can use further what, user add. Suppose you want to add a user, right? So you can use user add command. Okay, user add Ravi, so you can add that, right? Password, you want to set up, change the password. Okay, so if for current user you want to change, you can go for password only, and if you want to change for a particular user. Like if you want to change password for Ravi, you can do that. Okay, this is only applicable when you are logged in with via root user access. Okay, otherwise it can change only current user password. Okay, what else? Who am I? Okay, so who am I? Print current user information. Okay, who am I? Okay, as I told you, top is very useful command, right? Top is very useful command. So what you can do, you can see the details of any content, right? So with top command, you can see the details about you, like okay, what is the user login, what are the processes going on, and as I told, like you can kill the process with process ID. Okay, if there is some issue, you can see how much CPU utilization is taking by one task. Okay, so you can see system CD is taking not much, but because we don't have any load on this server currently, but you can see that okay, 0.5 memory is taken by top command. Okay, system CSG is taking 2.2% memory. Like this you can see. Okay, so you can get some good idea about your Linux servers. Okay, how much is total load, any zombie process is there. Okay, how many tasks are sleeping, how many tasks are running okay actively, what is your CPU utilization, all such details you can find here. Okay, and if you want to quit, you can just press Q. Okay, so what is your uptime of server? Okay, it will show like from how long your server is up. Okay, so you can see that it is up from last 29 minutes. How much free disk space is available? Okay, you want to see how much disk space is available free, so you can see here. Okay, -h human readable. Okay, history is very useful. Okay, suppose you want to see the history of your server, like whatever the commands you have run. Okay, you can see like okay, all these commands I have run, right? It used to required normally sometimes. Okay, so history is also very useful. Uname, username information. Okay, uname give your detailed information about your system, like okay, what is my OS? It is Linux OS, so I can understand okay, this is the details. So it give you detailed information. You can take help. Okay, to see the other option available. So if you say uname -a, it will show all the detailed information. Okay, now so it is Linux machine, its IP is this, its region is this, all such like Linux system, 64-bit system, all information you can find out. Okay, the other option is also available. If you want to see all the details, you can find out, right? Ping, if you want to check connectivity. Okay, suppose you want to check are you able to connect in with internet, ping www.google.com. You can see you can ping to some other server as well. Okay, so to check the connectivity with other server, you can use ping command. chmod, if you want to change permission of a command. Okay, so permission is something like it is in more detail we can understand, but basically if I say in short, like chmod is there are three types of permission. If you see ls-lrth, I can create a separate video for this, but if you see here, here, so you can see there are different kind of permission. These are user permission, these are group permission. It comes into set of three. 4 basically used to read permission, 2 is for write permission, and 1 is for execute permission. Okay, so here if you see, root has all permission: read, write, and execute. Group is used to have read and execute permission. Write permission is not there, and it is for others. They also have only read and execute permission, right? And this is basically the permissions, and you can change the permissions. So you can take the help of chmod, or otherwise I can create a separate video for that. I want to cover the top 50 commands which we are basically useful, which you should know if you are working as a Linux person, or if you are using Linux environment in your system, or if you are new to Linux. Okay, so but for the details you can definitely take the help, and I will try to create a new video for that so that we can cover it in detail. Okay, but once you know the way, like how you can explore it more, but you should know about this command, that yes, these commands are actually required a lot. Ch on, you want to change the owner. Okay, right now the owner of this is root. Okay, this file is root, and suppose you want to change it with some other user. Okay, suppose I say ch on and Ravi. I want to create Ravi as a user and another column. Then this is the format basically, and this is group. Okay, and then the file name. Okay, so if I want to change the owner or group, I can use chon command. Now if you see, the username is root. Okay, the owner name is Ravi, and this is group. Then further command is find. If you want stuck somewhere and you want to find any files, you can use find commands. This is very helpful. Locate, again, if you want to locate a file, you can use this one. Okay, so find and locate use a lot. They are like search command itself. Okay, and as you use in Windows. And if config, if you want to see the IP details. If config, if you want to see the IP details of your server. Okay, so it will show like how many Ethernet cards are connected, and it is loop back. So it will show whatever the things are connected to your machine, whatever the network cards are connected. Okay, then IP A similar to if config, but shortest ping. You can ignore this one, it is not normally required a lot. You can replace this one with man command, or like if you see that it is showing the again the details of like inf config only. Okay, all the details it will show. Okay, and then you can use finger command as well if you want to see the short dump of a user. Okay, along with this you can use man command. Okay, which is another help. You can use help switch for finding any command. Okay, there are a lot of other commands as well, but yes, these are the things which basically you should know if you are working, and it will help you a lot if you are working in a Linux environment. Okay, and it will cover most of the things which is normally used in the Linux system. So I hope you like this video, and you know that if you want to talk more about any particular command, I can create a separate detailed video for those. Just let me know. If you like the video, you can hit a like button, and you can share this video with your friends as well if you want. Okay, if you like this, you can share it. But these are the most useful commands, and this will help you a lot when you are working. Once you start working on that, you can start practicing on that. Okay, and then you can more explore on Linux. Okay, you can do the Linux course and this, but just if you are a beginner, this is my recommendation for you to use this command. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you have reached this point, thank you for your time. Bye bye.